Welcome to our last meeting of the Mozilla Open Leaders season. The vision of the Mozilla Open Leader is to strengthen open projects and communities around the world. Today, I would be hosting alone because Gracia had some work to do, but she sends greetings to everybody and good luck for your presentations. So just for you here, you can see that we have the links for the Sprint of Internet Health already published, and just a quick reminder of our community participation guidelines, which you can also see completely under this link that I'm highlighting right now on our document. Be respectful, honest, and inclusive, accommodating, appreciative, and open to learning from everybody else. And do not attack, demand, disrupt, harass, or threaten others or encourage such behavior. And you know, as always, if you ever feel this way in any of our channels or in the program, you just can write me or Abby or Gracia. For those who join us a little bit late, there is here, I'm highlighting on the doc, there is a space where you can say thanks to the friends that you got to know during the program. If there's anybody that it's now contributing to you, anybody that gave you some special feedback, or you can just put it here and I will start reading. So the first one is a little bit awkward to read for me, but thanks, Abby, for thanking me, and Graciela. It was a pleasure to host the cohort.
You're doing a great job.
Yeah. And I also, I didn't write it down. I want to thank actually everybody, because it was the first time I was doing this part of hosting, and I know I did a lot of mistakes, and you were super patient, so thank you a lot for that. There's somebody here that wants to thank Abby for helping us on the mentor calls, and Lucia and Gracia for being a amazing host. You're welcome. Andrea and Esther Bemba, I don't know if I say it correctly, for being absolutely amazing and teaching us lots. To Mozilla for organizing this and giving us an opportunity to learn from great minds. China wants to thank a big warm hug to all our hosts for the amazing cohort calls. Okay. I think I will, from now on, skip the hosting. Thanks. And I don't know, I see some people there maybe writing. I can also give you some more time. I think the first person that is going to present today is Lily. I don't know, Lily, are you going to show the slides on your own, or shall I?
Okay, I think you should. And Sam is here too, so he'll join me in actually presenting.
I didn't get it.
Okay, so
you can do it?
No, you help us share the screen.
I can do it. Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Yeah. No worries. So if that is ready, I think we can start.
Okay.
We'll start by sharing then. Let me see. Let me know if you see my screen.
Okay.
Yeah, is it full screen, or shall I make it?
Okay, you can make it a full screen so everybody can actually have a look at it.
Is it now okay?
Yes, please. And then we'll go up to the first slide.
The third. Okay.
The first.
The first. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I will mute myself.
Okay.
Oops.
Hello. So hello everyone, and good afternoon from Ghana. So my name is Lily Edinambuche, and I'm representing the Global Repository for Internet Studies together with Samuel Simon-Mensa. I think along the presentation, he may join in to say something. He's currently traveling and maybe on and off, so I'll probably do most of the slides, and he comes in to add more or to share more light on. So next slide, please. Next slide, please. Okay, so let me give you an introduction to our project. The project actually began in 2018, and we're a group who actually represented from, representing different countries at this IGF in France, and this is where the idea was born. And a couple of us are actually representing it now. So this project is a global non-profit organization and an independent research platform, and is dedicated to fostering debate around issues involving internet usage and health, connectivity and technology, especially internet policies, while putting users in control of their experience. Please, the next slide. So we are working open to provide a unique way of giving everyone the space to contribute to making the internet a better tool through creating awareness and fostering discussion across many areas on the internet issues. So the whole idea is actually to actualize the mantra of an internet for all and by all. If you're able to add resources to our platform, you feel a part of it, and we want to also meet and learn from other people so that it doesn't seem so far-fetched from you. The next slide, please. So the problem, I'm showing you the problem, the solution, and then the way forward, or the future of growth. So the problem is, many people do not really know what the internet stands for and the technologies and its governance. They would ask, who owns the internet? So our platform comes to solve the problem. Another problem is that people search far and deep and wide to search for information, and then most of the time do not really find what they want. And we ask you this question too: is the information you are looking for readily available? And the solution, or what we seek to provide, or what we are providing now and seek to expand, is that we provided a one-stop lodgement of internet resources for users through a shared and collaborative learning process while we connect the unconnected. Next slide, please. So the actualization. Our success will mean we left no one behind while we set new targets and continue growing. By following extensive dialogue, stakeholder engagement in policy formulation that benefits the unconnected regions while creating awareness. The idea is to actually demystify or break down technology so that it doesn't seem so technical or left for only people who have backgrounds in IT. Many people think that even though IT is actually very pivotal in many industries now, it's only those who are directly involved or do very well coding and do very well programming who are actually supposed to be involved in it. But it would surprise you to know that in as much as you need the internet needs you too. And we all come together to shape the internet. The next slide, please. So our roadmap. We are seeking to do a lot of initiatives that would bring a lot of people to understand internet governance and the policies and get to talk and engage more on trending IT issues. We seek to provide something called the Great E-Lab. The E-Lab seeks to be a leader in providing online resources. So for somebody who is techie, for somebody who is a creativity lover, for somebody who is an advanced reader, we would have resources for you. For somebody who loves to watch videos or who loves to learn the fun way. The idea is that we present materials we've gathered through contributions to all of you. Then, if everybody is able to find something that pleases him or her, the person readily learns. So if you are somebody who loves videos, there will be videos for you to watch. If you watch a video and want a link to learn more, we'll also provide links to learn more. And we have the ambassadors program. So this is a project leader-based initiative, championing internet issues in communities. So we want to decentralize the whole internet and making people feel closer to the internet and how it works. So we have people actually in the community, and we have your views also projected on our platform. And then the Great Hub. So these are creation of mobile apps in unconnected community for inclusion, access, and education. The idea is not to leave anyone disadvantaged. So want to want to connect the unconnected. So for communities where they're not connected, we even look at we will seek to also provide mobile lab where you can actually have internet being given to communities, probably even on quota basis. If you don't have all the resources there, some could benefit, while others also way to benefit. Please, can we go forward now? So we are showing you something on our progress since Mozilla and how we've gone. So this is from our Twitch report. Okay, so you are seeing our estimated reach, our exposure story, and our activities. I will leave a link in another slide where you can see the full thing. Please, next slide. I've got to wrap up. Next slide. So some of our events. We're currently at the Digital Rights and Inclusion Forum in Nigeria, and contributing to views and engagement at the place, and also getting the views of people to project on our platform. The next slide, please. And we also went for conferences in Cote d'Ivoire, speaking on social media, the governance and migration, and getting people to know the ills that come with illegal migration and how they can actually migrate the right way. Also, fact from IGF, which is the Internet Governance Forum in 2018, providing info from about 200 sessions. The next slide, please. We also currently joined the Internet Society Ghana to organize the Girls in IT program, where we taught girls on social engineering and how to stay safe. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. You find more on our web. Okay, so where to find us? The Sprint and Volunteer. These links are active ones. You could find us online. You could join our sprint, which will be happening on the 11th of May as type. It's in Accra, Ghana. So everybody who wants to join us. We'll also be streaming live if you want to join us. Next slide, please. Okay, so to sum it all up, we want everybody to join us and to know that as much as you need the internet needs you too. Thank you so much.
So stop sharing. Yeah. Thanks, Lily. So I forgot. Do you hear me? Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I was not hearing anybody, so I forgot to say, but here at the end of all the spaces for all of your presentations, I'm highlighting right now the one from Lily. You can put any comment or questions you have for the project or for the person. So right now, Lily, you just got a comment from Avi. It's amazing to see the scale of everything you've accomplished here. Yeah, I also agree. Really nice work. And so you can keep on writing here comments, because you will all have access to the notes still and can check that out later. And you can also exchange ways to get in touch if anybody feels like contributing to any of the other projects right now or during the sprint. So the next one is the human tech community. Are you guys prepared?
Yes. So
Okay.
we're going to do a double presentation. First part by me and the second part by Pat.
Great.
Okay, so I start. So it's urgent. We have to act now because the damages of addictive, harmful technologies are everywhere around us. We can see them in how kids are growing up, for example. They're losing speculative reasoning, critical thinking, body-mind coordination, spoken and non-verbal language skills, glued to their screens and to their phones. They basically lack meaningful, empathic, real-world interactions and experiences. Tech companies are making money redirecting our attention, attracting and distracting us to time-consuming but also happiness-consuming apps. They leverage the most advanced AI and neuroscience in order to extract our own private behavioral data and resell them as aggregated comprehensive profiles. And all this is happening in the vacuum of public opinion sensibility and knowledge, with no proper regulations by both national and international authorities. We don't want to focus on the negative side, though. We aim to be the reference point, gathering people and partners worldwide for creative awareness campaigns about the harms of those addictive apps and technologies, but most of all, proposing and guiding to solutions. So new apps coming with a humane purpose and design aligned with our own needs and our own long-term aspirations, evaluated by us for what they bring into our own lives. So that's for me. I pass to Pat.
Pat, we can't hear you. Let's make sure you're unmuted.
Okay.
There you go. Try again. Pat, we can't hear you again.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes. Okay.
Sorry, I have to stop laughing first. McKelly and I are moderators for the Humane Tech community and members of its community team, a group that decides on policy and content matters. The community, or HTC, is a forum of about 2,500 members, representing the fields of medicine, engineering, science, business, education, the arts, and so forth. It was founded last year by the Center for Humane Technology, which was itself founded by Tristan Harris and Asa Raskin. HTC is concerned about the interference of big tech companies in the everyday choices we make. So the community team is organizing the members to conduct public awareness campaigns that address this danger. This effort involves human rights, freedoms, and autonomy, and that's why it's important to us. We want a future in which our potential is not exploited, but nurtured and protected. Shoshana Zuboff's book, The Age of Surveillance Capitalism, urges us to act with conviction and clarity. Working together, we can respond to mass surveillance, privacy invasion, addicting behaviors, polarization, and other harms. Our collective wisdom is greater than the sum of our individual knowledge. So please join us and work with HTC. Thank you for listening.
And Lucia, can you show the links that we have in the doc? So the website and the forum, there are 2 links. So
Yeah. Do you want me to?
To share your screen, maybe as before with the forum and the website.
Yeah, sure.
While Lucia's doing that, you have a few comments. I can read out while Lucia's. Oh, she shared it. Never mind. Go ahead.
So this is the forum, isn't it? I can just scroll and maybe you can.
Yes, you can see on the left side that we updated the categories, so now they are more positive oriented. So each pyramid is actually a positive thing, is not focused on the harms. There's only one category. Yes, the harms is about the negative side. All the others are, as explained in our vision, are more positive oriented. So this is the forum. Basically, here you can discuss, and then if you go even from the forum, the first icon in the header in the right side, there's a globe, like the symbol of right to the yes. This is the new website that we made recently. In the same, so here the same thing, the descriptions of the vision, the pyramids, and then if you go up to the main menu, there's also activities we are working on, documentation, docs. We will put the results of our works. Now it's just the actual documentation for the vision, but here is the place where we will put the work in progress. And last thing, if you go back to the forum, there's also the GitHub icon next to the globe. Here's the repositories. So each one is dedicated to one particular objective. So the first one is for the website, the second one to the awareness campaigns and ideas, and so on. So that's the actual repository where people can contribute.
Great. Stop sharing. Let's see if you have some comments. So I really like that you split the presentation between both. I think it's a really nice teamwork. Where the digital world is a natural extension of the real one and a reflection of ourselves. This is so profound. Found it on your site. I don't know who wrote it, but Abby said such important work. So glad you're working on this. And what are your plans for the sprint? Yeah, good question.
Yeah, Pat, if you want, you can reply to this.
Okay. Can you hear me? Okay. We have a wonderful team. Michele and I have, or rather Michele has invited a young woman named Sidi. Sidi is Indian and living in California. She is a senior in high school and is going into electrical engineering. So the three of us are going to host a 1 to 2 hour sprint event in which we welcome people to join HTC and answer their questions about the forum and what they can do. So that is our event.
Great. So I think we can move to the next one, the Tour del Lirio, Salsa and Surveillance. I don't know if Juliana is there. Yeah. I cannot hear you really loud. You're really...
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, now it's better. Perfect.
Okay, that was my voice. So it was me. So, okay, I think I can share my screen. So let me see.
So if you see just like nearby the invite icon is sharing. Yeah. Yeah, perfect.
Okay, here we go. So hello everybody, I'm Juliana. I'm the coordinator and creator of Tour del Lirio, and I'm really glad to be here with you today. So, welcome to Tour del Lirio, Salsa and Surveillance. We are really excited to be part of the MozSprint 2019, and we love to have you on board. But first, what is Tour del Lirio? Tour del Lirio is a transmedia storytelling project that seeks to relate our daily lives with the state, corporate, and social surveillance. As an audiovisual project, is an animated comic series that you can find on YouTube, and as a offline project, Tour del Lirio hosts real tours that invite people to recognize those everyday devices that condition our behaviors and freedoms in our cities. What is our motivation? Our motivation is the fact that many people feel apathetic about surveillance and their loss of privacy. They take it for granted and doesn't see it as a negative or relevant issue. The inspiration to create this project was my own group of friends, and probably now you are thinking in your friends. Tour Delirio uses pop culture metaphors and everyday life stories to start a conversation about digital our privacy in the digital era. It's a way to start a conversation with non-experts in technology about these important issues. So, what are we going to do in MozPrint and how you can join us? We want that Tour Delirio keep going on the road with more stories of salsa and surveillance. We want to grow as a community that shares the interest in making awareness about the surveillance that is present in our daily lives. So we prepare 2 activities. The first activity is a collaborative translation of the existing content of Tour Delirio that is already only in Spanish. The main reason to propose you this collaboration is that we believe in diversity and in inclusion, and the diversity of languages is a way to reach that goal. So we are going to facilitate an easy and collaborative translation process. The second activity is a campaign that invites you to create new stories related to surveillance and privacy using the Tour Delirio graphics that are available under CC license. And we want that you share that stories with us through your media platforms, like Instagram. We are going to propose some challenges, and we'll put some music into your stories and to have some like a soundtrack of stories of surveillance. So you can find us on GitHub, Instagram, and Facebook as Tour Delirio for all the details of these activities, and join the Chiva Rumbera. And yeah, that's it. Thank you. How I go back?
You should have seen like a red bottom.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Great presentation. I really like your slides. So you got a lot of comments actually. Well, Abby really likes your name, which I also agree. It's super nice. Salsa and surveillance, and really beautiful images. I'm really excited about this project, spreading awareness for surveillance. Pranshu loves the name and concept. One question, how do you measure success?
That's a super, really nice question. We have some metrics on our website, and also I think the success is in the road. We will, if we have more real tours, for instance, the number of participants of that tours, or the number of tours that we can make during these next months, that will be a sign of successful.
Sounds fair. Sounds good. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
No, you can find in the notes, I share the GitHub link with the 2 activities with more information if people want to see it.
Okay, great. Yeah, I think nice split into activities people and choose from. Nice split into activities people can choose from. Sorry. And beautiful presentation. Yeah.
Thank you. I hope I was the designer, but I'm not.
Okay, but it's a teamwork. So
yeah.
So the next one. So we have here China, or is it China or China?
It is China. Yeah.
China. Okay. Do you need help with the slides or something, or?
Yeah, I'll try it once.
Okay. And
Is it visible?
It's still loading, Shaina. We'll wait a second.
yeah.
There we go. Yes, it's visible.
Okay, so hi everyone, this is Shaina and the creator of this project called More Comments. It's an IDE workflow utility project.
I think we can, at least I cannot hear you really well. Maybe you can check your volume.
Yeah.
And start again.
Hello.
Can you speak maybe closer to the microphone, Shaina?
How is this? Better?
It's better, yeah. It's just talk as loud as you can. That would be great.
Okay, I'll have to scream then. Yeah. Okay. Lucia, can you help me out with the slides? Maybe it's not working.
Yeah, sure. Let me just open them as these ones. And so how can I put them in here? So can you all see them?
Great. Yeah. So yeah, next slide. So this is the mission of my project, to create better navigational standards for your code and to make the manually entered comments more efficient, to give the students the confidence to code anything and everything. So through no comments, basically we are working with designers and developers to create plugins for an IDE that will convert your source code into a flowchart at real time. The target audience for this project is anyone who codes, but we are focusing right now on students and budding developers because we want to give this an educational resource kind of touch. Next slide, please. So I've prepared a POP. Next slide. Could you use the down arrow? No, go back and could you use the down arrow? Yeah. So the purpose of this project, the origination of idea was keeping the students in mind to give them a better way to transition from textbooks to code. And as the name suggests, we are trying to create better navigational standards to do away with the old school method of writing comments in your code, making the code more efficient. And we are trying to solve problems like lack of relative visual logic of a code for newbies. So when a student starts to write code, what they study, when they're studying a particular coding language, it's difficult for them to actually visualize what algorithms or logics they're putting into their code. And with respect to collaborative environment organizations or startups, with this, we can prevent collaborative lapses due to inefficient comments. So if you're picking up somebody else's project midway and you have this plugin that will show you what algorithm or what logics they have used in 1,000 to 2,000 lines of code, it becomes better to pick up their project and start from where they left. Next slide. So the outcome, as I said, is our plugins for an IDE, which is open and supports multiple coding languages. It will convert your source code into a flowchart in real time while you're coding to understand how that chunk of code puts together logic. Next slide. So the process that we followed while going through this 14-week program was to research whether we are opting for platform or a plugin. We wanted the project to be accessible and to be used by everybody who's coding with the existing developer tools instead of having another IDE altogether. So if you're using IntelliJ or Atom or MS Visual Code or anything, so we can create plugins for the existing tools. You can code right there and test your flowchart if it's how your algorithm is working. And next step was we chose an IDE, Atom. It is an open source code editing platform, and the plugin will support these languages for the start, but we plan to extend it. So it's JavaScript, Python, C, C++, and Java. I have started working on JavaScript for now, and we will slowly extend with all the languages further. The next step that I did was to review the existing platforms. While I was doing this, I was finding answers to the questions like if the existing platforms are open, if students can learn from it while using it, and in what technologies and language they are available right now. So whatever I found, whatever examples and research I did, involved that a lot of such platforms were paid and not open. So that's where I got the motivation to proceed with this project. And so right now I'm creating a prototype with JavaScript and testing small code examples on it. And we've also completed the documentation of this project to make it more open and involve the community. Next slide, please. So we're preparing for the global sprint. As such, we want to, like I said, we want to extend the plugin into different languages. We want designers to come and design our UI or the design of the flowchart, which can be efficient to all students across different platforms and languages. And we want developers to extend this plugin to different languages like Python, C, C++, which I haven't started yet, or also Java. So the link to my GitHub repo is in the Google Doc, and we would welcome all the contributors interested in this to come and contribute in the global sprint. Lastly, a big thank you to Abby, Mark, Chad, and my mentor Pranshu. It was very easy and fun to work with him, and he was very supportive and helpful. Thank you so much.
Great, thanks. So I stop it, I think. I hope. Let me just go back to the doc. So you left the, okay, you left here the links for the GitHub, as you said. I'm just highlighting it right now, just in case somebody miss it. And so Abby, really love how you're empowering students, the visual learner. I really appreciate, oh, I cannot wait for that. Appreciate the focus on visual presentations. Michele, good to stress the importance of comments in code. So if I understood correctly, this will be a reverse engineering tool to better understand existing code?
Yeah, so there are two parts to this. If your code is if it's an existing code, you just paste your code and enable the plugin, and it will give you a flowchart or a flow of the algorithm used. If you are coding, if you're a student and you're trying out coding for the first time and you're typing, so in real time, your logic or your algorithm will be converted in a flowchart right next to you, right next to your code. That's how we plan to do it. So right now I'm working on the latter part where it gives you a flowchart in real time, but we'll get back to the reverse engineering next. So it can have two features.
Okay, great. I think I really like that you stress on the methodology of prototyping or like testing, because I think that's a really also kind of like good way of working on the open, that you can really test with people and have great feedback and improve like faster by doing this. So yeah, it's nice to hear it, not just from theory, but from real.
I had organized small meetups to involve, yeah. So I'd organized small meetups to include more students and tell them about the project. And I've got a bunch of college students who are interested and will help me write codes, test them, and see how it's working. My mentor also spoke about my project in the open source fest that he conducted in the city. So that way we've got a nice reach out there to our audience that we're targeting to. So I'm really happy about it.
Sounds really good. Good plans. Also. So we don't have any other comments, so I would just keep on going to the next one. Mohit, if you're ready. Yeah. Do you need any help with slides or?
Let me try sharing myself. Is it visible?
We see the edit view right now. Do you want to try presenting?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you might have to share the presentation view.
Yeah.
So my project is Dhwani. So my project name is Dhwani, which is a personal assistant like Jarvis, the cool AI from Iron Man. So why Dhwani? So Dhwani, we have personal assistants like Amazon Alexa and Google Home, but we cannot use them to their full extent because of the privacy, data privacy concerns we have, because we have to compromise with our data if we have to use their services. So Dhwani, unlike other personal assistants in the market, will run on user sent on their own personal servers, so that user will be in control of their own data and do not have to share the data with the company without their will. So the project was envisioned during a hackathon with a bunch of my friends, and its backstory is available on its GitHub project page. So the major reason I visioned for this project was the data privacy concerns and the native language support. The personal assistants we have in the market do not have much native language support. They do not care about the user's data privacy. So thanks to the Common Voice project, we will have the native language support, and since it will run on the user's end and the user will be in control of their own data, it will focus on their data privacy more. So this was the open canvas I created for the roadmap. So the problem was to create a data privacy concern personal assistant, and the solution I thought of is to set up the assistant on their own personal server on the user end, and so on. So the open canvas is available on the GitHub issues page on the MozFest Open Readers issue page. Yeah, and the purpose of the project, as discussed, is to create a personal assistant that concerns the user's data rights, so everyone can there use the best of the technology, because I'm not sure. I have seen many people who are not able to use Amazon Alexa and other products to their full extent, and they just use it as a music player because they do not want to share their data with the companies all the time. So the outcome of the project will be the personal assistant open in all aspects, and the community will be built around the project. The process for the project is to create a layout for the project, document for the new contributors, create issues so that contributors can easily start working on the project, nurture a community, because it will be an open project, and community is one of the aspects I want this project to think about, because I just want it to be an open project built by all, used for all. The community is relatively small as of now and includes the local developers from my local developer meetup groups. And the contribution can be done in various ways, from coding contribution, design contribution, community engagement, feedbacks, and speech training data for the which will help with the native language support. And the project done so far, when I started the project with the Mozilla Open Leaders, it was more of an idea, and the program helped me to work on the planning part of the project, and it helped me to lay out the roadmap for the project in a better way, in how to nurture or how to create a community. So the project structure is created for during the program. Issues has been and the roadmap has been laid out, and the documentation, which is a very necessary part for the contributors to share our vision and to tell them what task needs to be done, is created. And the future plan for the project is to create an fully open source STT and TTS support, because the major hurdle during this project is to use an TTS and STT support, which is speech to text and text to speech frameworks. And most we have to use Google or Wit or proprietary. There are many options we have, but we have a limited support with them. So if we have to use an open source TTS or STT support, we have to train the model ourselves, which can be challenging for at first. So it is our future plan to extend the support to fully open source, so that every user can train or use the pre-trained model for TTS or STT. And smart home integration and native language support is the future plan. So yes, so I have created a prototype which is available on the GitHub project. So it can be used. It's just a minimal product, so it can be used to command or to interact with your computer using your voice. And there's a script called setup script to set up the project on your system that requires you to use wit.ai API for now. So please go ahead and check out the GitHub project page, and that's all. Thank you.
Thank you. So you got a lot of comments. Such a hot topic right now. Really glad to see this here, Abby. Michele, yours can be one of our 8 TC proposed solutions. Nice. You've got a match. Juliana, I really like your project. Super important issue and a great idea of solution. I really like how you care about contributions in beginners level. It's really nice. It's not so common. Mariana, brilliant and so important project.
Thank you everyone for your comments.
So I think that's all the comments. So maybe we can just move on to the free culture meeting on the Global South. Mariana, if you're ready.
Yeah, I am ready.
Do you need any help with slides or something?
No, thank you.
Okay.
I don't have slides today.
Okay.
Well, my name is Mariana. I am part of a group, a collective. This project is a collective project. We are an open and distributed team of free in the sense of libre culture activists from Iberoamerica mainly, working together and with other human rights activists to share ideas about how we experiment and create a free, libre, and open culture from a Global South perspective. And our plan this year is to hold a second meeting of free and open culture of the Global South. In 2018, we had a free first meeting. This is an online meeting open to all. And we are thinking we are planning a face-to-face meeting for next year. And we are thinking in how to invite more people and to how to maintain our community alive. This is important, and that's why we joined this program in the first place. We want to improve participation dynamics so that all people have significant opportunities to contribute to the event. And we need to find viable technological solutions to carry out live streaming video using only free software tools. This is one of our main challenge, to have a real open and libre online event. We are working on it. And we are thinking for the next few years, we wish to hold biannual meetings like this to come together in defense of free culture and the commons in general, both in digital and territorial spaces, encouraging the conversation between different movements for social justice in the Global South. And we understand the Global South not only or strictly as a geographical concept. It's a cultural and geopolitical identification of voices, territories, and bodies that have historically been silent, exploited, oppressed, colonized. So this is our perspective. We want to create an intersectional perspective between open culture and this concept of Global South. We think that this is important because in the context of the Global South, the free, libre, open culture movement has a relevant role because it represents the possibility of access to culture and knowledge for the most needy population, the oppressed and dispossessed people who suffer the worst consequence of intellectual property and the commodification of knowledge. And other common goods like land and water. We want to intersect all these social movements for social justice. With these open meetings, we seek to share different and more fair ways of cultural production and circulation. So we promote discussion tables, debates, and training, both online and face-to-face, to disseminate research, educational materials about all our topics of interest. And to do that, our meetings promote mappings of initiative, content curatorships, collaborative coverage to publicize the free culture project of the Global South. And you can join us. We are working on a protocol for collaboration. This is one of the inputs that we had during the Mozilla program. So we are working on these protocols to participate, to be more, to organize our next meeting openly. But if you want to join us, now you can sign up our mailing list. You have the link in the document. We have a open working group. We are mapping free culture initiative, so you can map your initiatives. And you can find us, we are a group, as I said before, so you can find us in our blogs, in Twitter, and so on. You can find all the links in the document, and this is it, and I would like to see your comments.
Great, thanks. Yeah, you got actually a lot of comments. So for me, it was just a quick question is for the days to come, you can, people should just sign on the mailing list, or is there any other channel like social media or that they can follow you?
Yes, we have a Telegram group. We are working on the protocol to open our Telegram group, so people can join, but knowing better how to participate and how to contribute. But the mailing list is the way to be in contact in the as a first step.
Okay, great, thanks. So Michele was asking, how do you plan to manage a lot of people joining your online events? And in which language the event would be, Spanish, English?
We are using by now 2 languages, Spanish and Portuguese, and it's a challenge for us to add more languages, and this is so to have volunteers interested in add new communities in different languages is something that very important for us because it's important to expand our meeting to more people and communities. And we have a distributed design in our meeting, so we didn't use just one place to participate. We use different places like Twitter, blogs, a forum, a Telegram group. So our idea is to encourage people to find their the best way that fits better with their interest and where their style to participate in this kind of meetings. So
great, sounds good. So Abby was saying, if you ever find a solution for a real open online event, let me know. Tooling is hard. And I really like that. I really like the challenge.
Yes, we are looking for this, and we think that a mix of different tools will be the solution, and we will be glad to share the design of our set of tools to stream it online openly and freely.
Great. Pat, my friend Noah Perales Estoesta might be interested in your project. He lived and worked in Brazil for a year and guest edited an issue on Brazil. Topics covered in the issue included dictatorship and the privatization of indigenous peoples of their rights.
Yes, good. Please join us and be in touch, because this is very important perspective for us.
And Juliana, I love the idea to share experiences working on free culture in the global south. I think open this kind of spaces gives us more ideas and let us know the state of the discussion, the trends and the threats. Great job.
Thank you.
And
so we only have 1 minute left.
Yeah. So just for everybody, if you see here at the end of the document, you can see there's a section new volunteers. So if you feel like getting involved in the program and still getting in touch and have information, just sign up here with your name and GitHub, Twitter.
Yeah, and if you're watching the YouTube stream, you can sign your name there too. Yeah. And I think it's a group photo time for this cohort.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. So if you want to be in the photo, unface mute so we can see you. And Lucia, I know you're coughing right now, but what should we do in this photo?
Wow, that's a really hard question. I really don't know. I'm not so good with pictures. I guess we should just party that we all graduated. Yay!
All right, I'll take the photo. I'll count us down. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Awesome. So I'll put that in the blog post. Just some quick logistics. I know it's the end of the call, but you'll be getting an email from me or Mark about a survey in the next coming weeks. We do want to hear like how the sprint went and get you a certificate of completion. So you'll have to fill out the survey to get your certificate, but we did want to wait till you actually had a chance to sprint before we sent it to you. So keep an eye on your inbox. Yeah, that's all I have. Thank you so much. And it was great watching all your projects and just hearing from all the different parts of the world, especially this cohort. It was really great. Lucia, do you want to close us off for anything?
No, just thank everybody once again. It was really, really nice. As Avi said, like also a really diverse cohort. So I really enjoyed. And just stay in touch if you need anything. I think everybody has my Twitter or my email. I'm not so active in Twitter, so better email probably. And yeah, if you need anything from a designer perspective, just let me know. I'm always around. Good luck on the sprint. Enjoy and share everything on Slack or share your results.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Al. Yeah, and go MozMavericks.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
All right, thanks, Al.
Aloha.
Ciao.
Bye.
Bye-bye.